Okay, hello and welcome to race 2 of the AL League in UR2D. A little bit delayed for qualifying, 20 minutes delayed for qualifying, but that doesn't matter. 11 people here after Austria. Mill with a very dominant win. Majumdar, who is not actually there. I didn't realise Majumdar wasn't there, but that'll give Mill, if he can do a similar race to Austria, a big advantage in the standings. We have Dog Gamer here. Who do you have
Hello.
on the cards for winning today? Who do you think will win?
It's a tough question, but I think that Nikhil, who is a recent mobile transitioner, talking
Oh
about
wow.
Nikhil, he has taken the provisional pole,
Yeah, what a lap.
31.70. It's a good lap.
That is a good lap. He didn't race in Austria, did he? I've not seen him.
No, this is his debut race.
Mill with a terrible lap for Mill standards. A 34-2.
I think that we are going to see many improvements in the second lap.
Yeah, I mean, there's three people on 34s. So either they have not practiced or they're a bit
And
quick. Mill with the provisional pole,
Mil-
31.5. Jesus.
very big improvement from
That
the
is a
first lap.
huge lap. Still two drivers on the 34s though. This is, I would say, one of the more difficult laps of the calendar, and from talking to people who actually know what they're doing in this game, it's definitely one of the most difficult laps in this season. It is a very difficult track to get right if you've not practiced a lot. So
Yeah. You
Mill
have to nail it. And
Mill
Mail is on
with the
pole,
pole position, and
the
then
Montenegrin driver, starting on the front row alongside Nikhil.
yeah, what
Then it's
what
Lex.
laps?
Honestly, for AL, those are very good efforts.
They are. So Mill with the pole position, Nickel in P2, Lex is P3, Go14 in P4, Connor P5, Sunday Driver in 6th, Drazzer in 7th, Axis in 8th, Ricky Boy in ninth, Barcar in 10th, and then in the 34s, Gailprad in last.
Top 6 with very solid times for AL. I think that they can go in JL with a lot of guarantees.
Yeah. Okay then, we start race 2 in AL. Mill winning Austria on pole position today with a very good lap in qualifying. Looks like he could do it today. Mixed tyres, Mill on the softs, the majority on the mediums, and Sunday Driver, Axis, and Gilprad on hards. Mill pushing
It's
Nick
the
Hill
best
just a
lap
little
to
bit wide there on the inside. Oh, still in first. Further back. Whoa. Barcar
go.
well off the track there. Ricky Boy, what a start. P9 up to P6 just at the start there. That was really
Oh,
good.
the Dutch driver really having his best season so far.
Oh yeah, well he was in the lead in Austria for a little bit there with the chaos. I must say, after the chaos of Austria, this has been a much calmer start. We can say, like
Yes,
the last one was a little
glad
bit
to see it.
crazy.
Ooh, that's
That was
that's
unfortunate.
a
Yeah,
rookie error from Nikhil. He's down in fourth,
yeah. I mean
and
he is
Connor
a
is
rookie
having.
there. Oh, and again,
Oh,
but I mean going from mobile up to keyboard, it is a big difference. But to still be up there fighting with people like Go14, Lexus, Mill with a big gap out in front. People making just stupid mistakes on this track here, though. It is a track where it's very easy to make these mistakes if you've not practiced with the different tyres and any sort of tyre wear. Ricky Boy falling back a little bit, though. He had a really good start, but he's down to 8th right now.
oh,
Whoa!
what happened?
Oh, we have our first rage quit on lap 3. It is Drazzer off the track and off the game. Lexus caught up to the back of Mill, but the
They are
softs on
fighting
this
too much.
track just they give you so much more time per lap. Like it's crazy the amount of time they give. Nick Hildon is really good as well up in the podium positions in his first race on the PC games. Mill just clipping the grass a little bit there. Lexus doing a really good job staying at the back of Mill, who is a very good driver. Both of them are. I think these two could be the title contenders for this season at least.
Yeah, they could. Rafael has left because of lag issues,
Yeah,
and also thanks Phantomy for reminding us. Majundar is not present in the race.
Yes, he is not. So if Mill stays in first, he will have a big gap. Although he's clipping the grass and going off,
Oh,
just making stupid
full
mistakes.
triangle.
Lexus goes down the inside. Mill comes
Oh,
back though. Can we go three
and
wide? No.
Nicky, hey, that's a good defense. Oh, he gets a
Oh,
little bit forced.
oh. I thought we were going to have a through goes nickel moment there, but
Yes,
I
yes,
didn't get to
yes,
shout
and
it. Mill back in front. Nick Hill goes off. That's really unlucky because he caught up to the back of Lexus and Mill really well, but he's off. Lexus going down the outside. Never mind, he backs out of that one
he
a little
left.
bit there.
Maybe he didn't choose the best line for overtaking.
Oh,
Oh, Barco with a big
Varg,
mistake.
that was a really good time to go back there. Seems
I
like,
think no, she's
oh,
lagging.
big lag there from Barkar. Gilprad in ninth. Axis 8th, Connor catching onto the back of Ricky Boy, who is also having a pretty good race. I mean, last season Ricky Boy was sort of at the back in AL and at the
Ricky,
back in jail, but I mean, we saw him get a podium in Austria, having a really good race as well today up in 6th. Sunday driver as well, had a really
yeah.
unlucky Austria. Lexus and Go having a good battle here. Nickel up in P2. Wow.
Ooh, big hero. I think that was forced by the trailer of Nikhil.
Yeah.
It's a racing incident. And now Nikhil seems to be catching up to Miro.
Mm.
Maybe in the next lap we can see some action.
Just if Nickel can get away from the little stupid mistakes we were seeing in the first couple laps, he's shown to be a really good driver. But also, it could be down to just Mill's tyres wearing. The softs are really good up until about lap 8, lap 9, and then they just fall off a
Yeah,
cliff.
he's
Like,
already struggling.
look at, I think that was about a second in just two corners there, that two corner sequence. Mill will most likely pit this lap. Gets pushed off by
Ooh.
Nico. That wasn't his fault though, that was just the tyre wear, not really knowing where he was going. Mill pits in for the hards, or is he doing a two stop? Yeah, hards, so he'll try and take them
Wait
to
for
the
them.
ends now. Nikhil up in P1 in his debut race. What a race he
Lexus is
is having.
the Canadian driver on his debut.
Hmm.
What moment.
Lexus is catching though, just the slipstream here, because there's so many straights here, it's so important. So Lexus and Go14 are on the back of him. Go14 hits the grass a little bit. Sunday driver in P4 having a good race, 4 seconds in front of Connor. Go14 pits early off the mediums, leaving Lexus and Nikhil to fight it out. Lexus is up to P1. I imagine Mill will inherit the position again once he comes through, but he will be on the much worse tyres by the end, so like, this could be a really interesting race to see who wins.
Nikhil is benefiting from Lexus sleep.
Big battle
And
here between Mill, Axis, and Ricky
that's
Boy.
will be back and
Oh,
oh, oh,
good overtake there. Didn't push him off. Ricky Boy, through goes
that
Ricky
was
Boy on Mill.
that was a
Still
good
to
call from me. The undercut hasn't worked at all.
yeah. It's Ricky Boy with a little
Hey,
mistake there. Just lets Mill through.
let's
Still to pit though these two drivers. So Mill was sort of required that position anyway. Um, he's came out behind Go and Lexus though. Okay,
they have already.
I didn't see that they pit. So that is interesting that the undercut really hasn't worked and is making me
So
question my strategy for later on. But he is still
Sunday driver
catching just
is
with pace. But yeah, it's really interesting. Nico even comes out ahead of Mill. So the undercut
one
really
fight.
didn't work. Wow. Lexus get pushed off a little bit there by Nico, but it's up to P2 after pitting, staying out longer, and now on the better tyres. Yeah, 10 laps on mediums is fine. Everyone's pit now. I was expecting to see more softs today.
Yeah, only Mill went for softs and it didn't pay off really.
Yeah, it really didn't work. Sunday driver is the last to pit here. Will come out in P5? Yeah, easily P5, okay. Big battle at the front here
Sunday
between...
driver
Oh! Were they inside of each
Sunday
other there? Someone's lagging, I'm not sure who. That also, I've just realised how crazy that sounds, my apologies. Lexus goes off the track, Mill is caught... Oh my god, English. Mill has caught onto the back of Lexus, goes through. Lexus just with these little mistakes. Nikhil is in first on his debut race. One of them was lagging, and I'm not sure which one it was because I decided to go off at the one point that was interesting, but that's great. Mill goes off the track there. Lexus is back up. Sunday Driver is even catching onto the back of Mill a little bit here. He really didn't go for the best strategy. That could cost him a lot of points, especially in a race where the person he's currently
One
fighting isn't here, isn't racing. Seen some good battles
Billy's
though.
already to the podium places, but Lexus is going to try to attack him again. The Slovakian driver in the podium contention.
Yeah, really, really good racing here after the absolute awful showing of performance in Austria from pretty much everyone further back from Mill and Majumdar. Just sort of, I'm guessing everyone being a little bit rusty after 3 weeks off. Sunday Driver is catching on though, so Mill really, really not the greatest strategy, and he's going to be on the worst tyres by the end of the race. Go 14 and Nico still fighting at the top. 4P1, 5 seconds in front of Mill and Lexus, who are still almost too wide into that bit there. Sunday Driver has really caught onto the back of them just with Lexus and Mill fighting. Could we see a Sunday Driver podium if these two keep making mistakes off of each other? That would be cool.
It's possible, but only if he catches up to the sleep. He maybe, if he's not in the sleep, like if it's for example lap 20 and he's still not in the sleep, then his podium chances are over.
Yeah. Seen some little mistakes here, just clipping the grass from both of these drivers, but it seems when Nico makes a mistake, Go 14 makes the same one right after, so neither of them really gaining time. Nico is building a bit of a gap to Go 14 further back. Mel Lexus
If
Sunday
Go
Driver has caught up to the back of Lexus. So this
still
could be a
doesn't have
three-way battle for the podium, the final podium place.
and
Lexus
Go,
with a
Go
slipstream.
14 wants to win. If Go 14 wants the win, he really can't afford to make any mistake.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's obviously made a big one there because he's just lost a second to the back of Nico, who is already lapping cars. Barkor and Kilprad, really, really dirty
What?
fighting there, but I mean, they're both doing it, so you can't exactly penalise just one of them. They're both sort of trying to push each other off the track.
That is pure racing at its finest.
It is, whoa, oh my god,
Ooh.
this is some crazy racing. Go 14 almost 3 seconds behind Nico. If Nico just stays on to this and doesn't make any stupid mistakes, 3 laps to go, he's won in his debut race. That would be cool to see another winner. Mill and Sunday Driver are fighting now. Lexus is following off of the back of them too. We are seeing the same livery in pure Ferrari style fighting each other. Sunday Driver with a through and through Sunday Driver move, just using the other car as their brakes. Gets the slipstream, will go down the inside. No, they won't. I'm talking rubbish.
It didn't go.
Lexus is caught onto the back of them though, just with them two just fighting a little bit dirty. Some more than others. 6
Billy's not going
seconds
to
off
play.
of goal. Oh my god.
That overtake was a little bit controversial.
Yeah. Goes down the inside of Mill. Mill goes down the inside of Sunday Driver. Through goes Lexus. I finally got to say it, and now it's gone again. So now I just sound really stupid. Okay, thanks for that, Sunday Driver, for actually being a good driver and ruining my line. Lexus gets pushed off. So does Mill. So does Sunday Driver. This is pure racing. This is quite hard to commentate over. There's so much going on. Nico still with a big gap with
And
2
he's
laps to go.
back down.
Oh my god. Wow. This is maybe not as crazy as the start of Austria, but the end of this race is certainly
We are still getting a lot
proven
of
to
action.
be last lap of the race. 1.2 seconds between them. Go 14 made a little mistake there, now further back. Nico just needs a clean rest of this lap and he's won on his debut. Go 14 catching, but is it going to be enough? It doesn't
It's
look
not gonna be enough.
likely.
The Canadian
It is
driver
not going to be enough. Nikhil wins on debut for AL. Goal 14 also with a really good result in
What a win.
P2. Mill finally caught a break from Sunday Driver and Lexus. Up in P3 in the last of the podium spots. Sunday Driver P4. Good race from him. Lexus P5. All the way back, 13 seconds behind. No, I'm reading the wrong thing, but it's Axis, Connor, and Ricky Boy in P8. Also good. Then quite far back. We're just going to need to yap a little bit here about the race until Gail Prad finishes and Barkor. What a
And
race that
Barkor,
was.
he has fallen even more down.
Yeah, these two just really going at it. Quite dirty driving between these two. Gail Prad in 9th and Barkor all the way in 10th.
Look at the tires. The
Yes.
tire wear is extreme. What a start.
And we end the race now. What a race that was. That
Yeah,
was
honestly.
and a split fastest lap too between Nikhil and Go 14, both with 31.83s. That was exciting. I can say that was very exciting.
Checking the results. Oh, they have already been checked out. Okay. So now after this race, we have Mill in the lead of the championship with 44 points. 13 points behind is Go 14.
Go
Then it's
14.
Lexus with 27 points. Nick Hill, who has debuted on this race, is already fourth, only 1 point behind Lexus. And in fifth, we have Ricky Boy.
That was amazing. That was a really good race, and I'm being told by Manbergo that Nikhil is the 32nd winner in AL. So a very prestigious group of people who have won NAL. That was a very big pace difference between the full grid. But
Yeah.
that was fun. That was fun to watch.